What's up, baby? We back. You thought it was never gonna happen again. Then you would be wrong, because we're doing it again. It's another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia and Brian T. Licata. And I am very excited to be back, man. It's been a week. I was a little
whole week.
Felt longer. I'm not gonna lie, it felt a little longer. It's good to be back. It's good to see you. We haven't really even spoke much, man. Look at you. What was that? A twisted tea?
Yeah, the nutriment. Banana.
Nutriment? What are you, like fucking 6?
No, I'm trying to keep the weight on. That's really what it is. I'm trying to keep the weight on.
What's the largest you ever been? What's the biggest you ever been?
It was month 9 of rehab.
How much you weigh?
190. But I want to point out that I looked exactly the same and just had a little gut, just a little belly, dude.
Gross. You look like an Italian Ethiopian.
Yes, it's exactly what I look. It's exactly what I look like. They were like
Ethiopian.
That's not nice. They didn't. They kept trying to get me to like do stuff, like all these activities, like wiffle ball,
like walk,
kickball, go to the gym. No, I would walk.
Get out of the bed.
Nah, but I was like, dude, honestly, I've been moving for about 7 years, and now I'm gonna sit.
And it was all going to your gut.
Well, I was just eating, dude. Just
how
eating.
How many months did you look? You looked about 4 months, 5 months.
What do you mean?
Pregnant? That's what you looked like. You look like a skinny little pregnant boy.
4 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, 4 months.
But showing.
Yeah. You know what? I saw this pregnant guy the other day up here in New York.
Poor guy.
I know, right?
That they took away one of the best things about being a guy. You don't get pregnant. That's just one. Yeah, it's cool to be a dude. I'm sorry to say it, man. Why we gotta pretend like it's not cool to be a dude? It's cool to be a dude,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I always say it's better to get someone pregnant than to get pregnant.
Well, I don't say none of that. I don't say none of that, yo. I just do think, listen, we got to be responsible. It's like drinking and driving. How come there's no things that say...
Wait, what are you talking about?
Well, you got to be responsible. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're smart enough to get an Uber when you're drunk because conceiving and leaving. King Handles, what's up, baby? What was I saying, man?
We have to read his comment.
King Handle says, it feels like I'm waiting for an Uber. App said 5:15, still not here. When did we start?
5:19.
All right, well,
ish, 5:19.
Ish. Yeah, we got to get on point with that shit, man. How could we expect people to always come back if we're not even there?
But they do. They do. The same fans always they come back, dude. What do you mean? They love us.
Love you guys, man.
Yeah.
I was saying the other day how I'm very.
I've had this thumbnail up for the last week. I did it twice and pulled them down both times. And here they are. We love you. Thank you.
Yo,
that's what I like about us, our fans.
Yeah. No, I was just saying the other day, I'm very happy with our little Demo. It says, what's up? Been hyped about Wag The Dog since it was canceled twice. Yo, yeah, we'll probably this. Yeah, remember to check us on Rumble.
Ooh, yeah. Let me. I think I had that. What was it, Brian? Yeah, here
I'm just saying, man, because YouTube, they're very touchy about the things that spew out of our mouths, man. King Handles, you are a friend. King Handle says I'm hooked. You guys treat me like a fiend. I thought he said friend. Well, it's the way my mind connects those letters. Don't get mad at me that I'm a peaceful dude.
Well, you're a friend,
and that I'm a friend to every fiend.
Yeah, you're a friend to a fiend. That's what we should call it. That'd be a great. I don't want to change the name of the show, but a great name for a show would be The Friend and a Fiend, and it's just you and your boy who's a junkie,
still hooked, constantly trying. constantly explaining why he's late and how he needs to borrow money from me. Pushing the fact that that you can put some money on those comments. He's pushing that shit. Like, come on, man. You could throw 50 cents on that comment. Constantly scratching, fading off the camera to take hits. That would be a great conception. That is a great conception. It'd be a great
show.
Great show.
What fiend friend? What's Zach doing?
Nah, Zach's good.
Is he good? I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't hang out with the two after the shows. I don't know what goes on, but I know he shows up. He performs well.
Great. Great.
I mean, listen, man. I'm nobody to judge, man. I do drugs. So
yeah, but you're not a fiend.
Nah. If I don't got him, I don't got him. Every time I don't got him, I'm like, good. Like I could find my body could like finally get a little bit of rest. Finally.
Dude, that's so funny.
It's
You're
true.
like, oh, thank God, I'm out.
Yeah, man. Like it's like, I'm not one of those stretch shit, man. Get it done and let's fucking get rid of it so that we don't have it no more. Money's tight. I won't be able to buy anything. Leave me alone.
And then somehow it always comes around.
Yeah, man. King Handle says you'd have to cancel the show because all the studio equipment went missing. Yeah, right.
So what you been up to? How the show's been going?
The shows have been really good. Yo, man.
I guess I want to go back. You were sick. You had COVID. Gary had COVID.
No, I didn't have COVID.
You had COVID, dude. Yeah, COVID's going around. You guys got it. Just tell me your symptoms. Tell me your symptoms.
I was just coughing a lot,
What else?
Just coughing a lot. It wasn't really like body aches or nothing like that.
Did you throw up?
It was just feeling a little off and coughing a lot. No, I didn't throw
up. That's COVID, dude. That's what it was.
It could be, or it could be the Molly I took last weekend. I'm just saying, man, like I'm not one to sit there and point out I'm sick. Maybe my body was just like, yeah, all right, dude. Fuck around and find out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not that dude who gives a reason to things. It could be anything, I'll tell you this. Was it COVID? We will never know.
No.
Because I don't go to doctors and like, hey, doc, I'm sick. I'm sick. Doctors are for like bleeding wounds. You know what I'm saying? Fucking stab wound shots. Not being able to breathe. Heart attack shit. You know what I'm saying? Sick. Stay the fuck home, yo. Sick. Chicken soup, motherfucker. King Handle says Gary survived the 80s. Dude is probably immune from AIDS. Gay. I wouldn't know.
He was the origin, dude.
What are you trying to say? I was ground zero, patient X? Fuck yourself, man.
Yeah, but you gave it
I stood away from everything. Look, man. Lauren Klasko says hi, mama. I stood away from anything that can get me AIDS. In reality, because like I said, I don't like needles. I don't, I'm very proud.
You don't like
I've
never
done heroin. I don't like dudes, and I mean just in general. It's just like I just don't like people. If I like you, then we're cool. That means you're a cool person.
Right.
But yeah, man. I don't know what it was, but I was Lauren says, sup, Brian. Gay. I'm just saying I'm not like gonna tag how I was feeling to anything. I was just feeling off and I was coughing a lot. I definitely had little bugs that was trying to fuck with me. But I fight back, dude. I start just downing vitamin C's. You know what I'm saying? Drink a lot of water. Fucking took some Dayquil.
Yep, nice.
Kept it moving. I just didn't
get the NyQuil.
I didn't get to the city. Well, I took the NyQuil after the Monday show, right when I got home to make sure I went to bed, but it fucked up my whole day. I should have took a Dayquil, but whatever. I I didn't get to the city. I didn't get to do the podcast. So apparently I was some sort of sick. Timor says the Corona Miller Budweiser variant. The Corona Miller Budweiser variant.
But
I'm not good with sounds, man. I mean, with a
Budweiser.
Budweiser. Okay. Michelle, what's up, mama? How are you? God bless you and the baby. Still in the hospital.
I saw pictures though. Yeah, I saw Michelle holding the baby.
Well, we hope baby Jay comes home soon. Can't wait to meet him. Yeah, so but other than that, I was feeling a little sick, but I was over in a couple of days. And I'm feeling better now. Feel better, Lauren. But I'm feeling better now.
That's good. Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just, this is just high. This face last week would have been sick. Now it's high. Same shit.
Well, you look good, dude. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you're sick. You look like you're over it.
I'm not sick.
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah. I never really got sick. I was just fighting it. And I won.
Right.
I took a couple of hits, but I won eventually. I'm still here, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Themo says, so you had time to watch Tupac? Yes, I did. I had time to watch it. Did you check it out, Brian?
I did. I started actually at the Wag the Dog part 1, right? Because I was a little confused on what.
Part 1 was actually 3. It was very mixed up in the thing. So
I know. I'm actually gonna bring it up real quick because
I watched it like 2 or 3 times because some of it was the same stuff and I didn't realize it.
And shout out Themor because Themor
yeah, man, sent us this.
Mm-hmm. So there's 4A, 4B, 4C. I know. I think this is part 1, I think. And then there's part 2. And then Tupac 1, Tupac 2, Tupac 3. Are you saying this is actually part 3?
The Tupac one is the one we're talking about, not the other ones.
Got it. But this is part. I thought what were you saying that part? Oh, what the fuck? What are you saying?
Part 1 on the Tupac's hoax starts off by saying it's part 3. So that's not the right tag on that. So I had more mixed up in order. But either way,
I started watching this. I wanted to start from the beginning.
I don't know what that is. That's what the theory of what Wag the Dog is.
Yeah, but this is whole about like media manipulation and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. That's
right.
what the movie's completely about. How they, yeah. I thought it was very interesting. But he wants to start with the whole Wag the Dog thing. Let's rewind a little bit and let's appease Brian.
No. I'm saying that's what I started watching because I didn't know about it, so I wanted to watch these first, and then I was going to go into the Tupac thing.
Okay. Did you?
I watched the first this first one.
You watched the first one, which is it says in the beginning in part 2, which means that's part 3. You didn't pick up on that, did you?
Dude, this was the first one.
Did you really watch it?
That's what I'm saying.
Did you have it on? You just had it on?
Or you can download it.
You're the type of dude that puts it on and then runs and goes make something.
Look, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready? This is it.
Don't play. No. See, that's what I'm saying.
4, 4B, 4C, 4D. And I watched this one. This is the first one.
The Wag the Dog Theory. Wag the Dog is a 1997.
This is the beginning.
In the main.
All right, hold on a second. But that's not what we were talking about. We were talking about the Tupac hoax.
Dude, I know that. I'm telling you, this is what I watched, and for some reason, you're not listening to me.
No, I'm listening to you. You're telling me.
Why don't you get it, dude?
No, I get it. You watched the wrong thing.
I didn't watch the other one because I wanted to watch what this Wag the Dog.
You didn't watch what it is that I wanted to talk to you about. That Themor sent us to. You watched your own thing. You went your own way. You decided that it was like, nah, fuck with these.
Well, you're gonna tell me about this. You're gonna tell me about the Tupac one.
Way, and I want to just do what I want to do because fuck it. Why be on the same length wave? Length wave? Is that it? Somebody help me out. Length wave? Wavelength. Okay, yeah. See, I'm Puerto Rican. We switch things.
Wavelength.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Well, I figured you would tell me about this, so why would I need to watch this one? I want to start from the beginning. I can't watch something
All right, so
out of sequential order.
All right, so you didn't know what the the Wag the Dog Theory was, because you also never saw the movie.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So I get it. So you were very interested to know what the whole theory was. All right.
And
so
if the person made a one, I'm going to start at the beginning and I'm going to watch him all the way through. I'm not going to jump to his Tupac hoax when I haven't had any reference of what he's made before.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All you have to do is ask. You know.
That's all I have to do. But all I'm saying is, so here's the thing. You want to go to the beginning. No. Listen. That's fine that you wanted to go to the beginning. But then that means you just should have put in more work to get to the Tupac hoax so that you would have been, on point with us. It's not my fault. You know what would have been quicker? You should have thrown in the movie. If you would have thrown in the movie, you would have understood what it's all about.
Well,
how they use the media.
It's not just breaking. It breaks it down in like common day terms, like in stuff that's happening.
Okay. I mean, I'll check it out. But I haven't. You know why? Because we weren't supposed to watch the Tupac one.
I'm not interested in the Tupac thing at all.
So then why didn't you say that from the jump? You're the one who said, we'll get the link, we'll watch it, and then we'll have a discussion on it. Am I bugging out, man? I mean, I know I do drugs, but I feel like I remember that correctly. Okay? You lucky we ain't got somebody else other than you right now that can pull that shit up real quick.
Okay, let me show you something right here. Right here. What does this say? This says the Wag the Dog Theory, right?
Yeah, I looked at that and I was like, what is that?
It has nothing to do with Tupac.
You always. Well, it does because it's on that site. But I mean, you always do that though. You be fooling people with those pictures, yo. I'll be like, yo, we didn't even talk about that. What is this dude talking about? You'd be like the theory of life explained, and we talked about fucking.
Well, okay.
How different buttholes make different sounds.
I say, Gary, are we good for today? Do you have any topics? He says, good for today. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, what
question doesn't answer. I have to put something up, bro. What do you want from me?
I know you got to put something up. I'm not saying anything. What was I saying just now? But go ahead, man. So what did you learn? You watched it from the beginning. So educate me.
No. I didn't. No. I want to hear about the Tupac thing.
Oh, no. Look, dude, I told you we would talk about that. So now why are you acting like a little biatch? Themore says it's laugh aloud. It's spicy today. G feeling better for sure. Gee, would Brian enjoy the Tupac part? He probably would enjoy it. It's very interesting to say. Yeah, what would you take on episode 1?
It's just with all of it, right? And like I heard an article or a news today. We're about to go to war in Iran, right? I mean, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit, dude. I mean, any of it. I mean, pick whatever you want. You know, you want 9/11, you want the new moon landing, you want Tupac, you want JFK, Princess Diana. I mean, you pick any.
There's so many to choose from,
dude. It could be anything, dude. It could be anything. Dude, I was actually thinking about this in the shower, right? Revolutionary War.
That's what you think about in the shower.
Well, no, I was thinking it in context to the Wag the Dog Theory, right? Like, what about George Washington and all that shit? Did any of that ever happen?
Oh, you're saying, was there ever a George Washington?
Right. Like, are we still like? Well, I guess what I was trying to link it to.
You're throwing all history out. Like the people didn't even exist. Fuck if what they say about him is true. They just
no. Could it? He of course could have existed. All of them could have existed. But what about like still ties?
Hold on. Why are you throwing up those signs? What's going on here, dog?
Ties.
I see you throwing up signs over here in the corner like nonchalantly and shit. What the fuck is going on with you, dude? What have you been doing,
dude?
While we've been gone,
I got
the cut of the jib.
I got marked.
Hey guys, good to see you. I caught you guys live. Good to see you too. Welcome back. What the hell's going on there, dog?
I got the mark, bro. I got marked. I got burned.
Oh, it's in the shape of a heart too. Gross. No, Brian didn't join it. Yeah, he did. I guess he did join the gang. Tell us about it, Brian. Tell us about it, Brian. What's Bill Gates like?
He's shorter than I thought he was.
Yeah. Is he as evil in person? Jasmine, what's up, mama? Is he as evil in person as he is on TikTok?
His eyes don't have
just
a color.
An opinion, YouTube, just an opinion. I have no proof that the man is actually evil.
He had beady little eyes and baked bean teeth.
Baked bean teeth?
Yeah, like little baked beans.
Oh yeah? Really? King Handler says, I see a pentagram in Brian's background. Definitely something else going on here. Yeah, Brian's on some new shit. You didn't notice that? He was talking. He was like in the corner, just like throwing up. You didn't see that? I'm the only one who saw that?
It was like a back and forth reference. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah, because everybody does that. Oh, back and forth.
Whoa.
Everybody goes back and forth, right? Everybody just happens to go back and forth. Your wife just went skipping across the background just now. The cut of the gif says, how was your Bohemian Grove ceremony, Brian? Do my people in Israel need to worry about what you are planning? Good question, Cut. Good question. Talk to us, Brian.
Well,
now he's blinking on purpose. You notice that, right? Now he's self-conscious. Even though I think some of them don't blink, but then you got those blinky motherfuckers. Like when you look at on the news and shit, we talked about this once, I think in like episode 2 or some shit. They're always like, they always, check it out. You'll see those blinky bastards.
They're adjusting the mask. They're trying to get
I think it's because they're like brainwashed or something, yo. Makes them blinky, you know.
Wag that dog.
Yeah.
Did you see the dog that just wagged by too?
Yeah, I did. Everything seems to be perfectly timed for you today, Brian.
Well, you know, it was perfectly timed today for me, Gary. Since you asked how my day was. Now I'll tell you.
I remember thinking it.
Yeah, you thought it, but just didn't.
I would like to think we're on that wavelength, dog. That you just pick up on what I was going to say.
So my day started by riding my bike to Central Park to go to work, right? And on the way, I was pedaling. And
wait a minute, hold on. You ride a bike to work?
Yeah. I bought a 1979 Schwinn. It's pretty sick, dude. It's an old bike.
Yes, it's a good year because it's like you're fucking 12. What are you on a fucking? What do you go? What do you do? Deliver papers? You're like a fucking kid.
Well, you ready? And that was always my attitude too. I was like, I'm an adult. I have a car, but you know how parking is? Here?
No, real men fucking walk to work or take the train or something.
Well, that's what's going to go.
I'm sorry if I'm offending any bike riders to work, motherfucker.
I think you're right, dude. Honestly, I agree. I really do. I agree.
Well, hold on a second. Let me not be so judgmental. Do they have a place for you to park your bike when you get there, or you have to chain it up to something?
No, I park it inside. Just bring it inside. But I could chain it if I wanted to. I mean, I have a chain.
No. If you have a place to park it inside, I think I'll let that go. But if you're chaining it up to like a fucking pole or something like that, unless you're a fucking delivery dude.
Yeah, now actually, I only rode the bike back and forth to work. I never rode it anywhere else. Like when I would go out, I walk. You know?
Well, during COVID, I rode my bike all the time.
Did you?
You know? Yeah. Because I just put on my headphones and shit and ride around the desolate. It looked like fucking the zombie apocalypse, yo. But like they had moved inward, you know? Like they came off the beaches and shit and just destroyed everybody, you know? And, you know, the few people that were left were staying indoors and I'd be riding around. It would just be it was weird, yo. Especially I'd go through the casino areas because it would have those, you know, things up saying closed. That shit was nuts, you know, but it was cool.
How long were the casinos closed for?
Month or two, maybe.
Yeah.
Two, 3, maybe.
Is that how long that stay-at-home order was? It was only 2 months? I thought it was longer.
No, I think it was 6. I think it was 6.
Yeah, right.
I think it was 6 months. The full lockdown was like half a year, I think. Because I remember when we came back, I was talking about how I used to pray that, you know, I didn't have to go to work and that I wish I could stay home for like 6 months and somehow my bills get paid. And then it happened, you know. I feel like I'm the reason why that happened because God loves me so much. He answered my prayers.
I think you might be right.
And he let us stay home. Look, say what you want about Covey, man. She paid my rent for a full year. She got me places quicker. You know, King Handle says, is that the Pee Wee Herman bike that you bought?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's asking you.
I bought it from Pee Wee Herman.
Does it have a horn or a bell? Does it have a bell? It has a bell, doesn't it?
Mm.
It has a bell, doesn't it?
No bell.
No bell?
Mm-mm. Yeah, let me see. I'll pull a photo up.
Nah, I don't want to see
it doesn't matter. I'm not riding it anymore. It's a piece of shit.
Oh, what happened?
Dude, I snapped the pedal. I'm riding it.
Pedal.
Yeah. That's
you got those big ass feet. Nah, you got those big ass flippers back there, man. Look at that shit. With that cheap ass lock, dog. That's the lock you put on that shit? No, that's actually a decent lock. It's a decent lock.
Dude, look how mean you are. You're just mean. You're just
I know,
a mean,
by the way,
angry, and cranky guy. Just from the start. You're picking
I'm a curmudgeon.
I guess. I never knew you as a curmudgeon.
Sometimes it comes out of me.
Yeah.
Jib says, don't lie, Brian. You got a tricycle or a big wheel. We all know.
Yeah, that was just some bike that was downstairs in my building. No, but
they should make adult big wheels, dude. Could you imagine? Could you imagine a world where it was cool to ride around in a big adult big wheel, yo? That would be dope, son. And think about how far we would get by now. Well, by now they just be go-karts. That's what's fucked up. They would take away the whole experience of it being a big wheel.
You
know,
go-karts are fun though, dude.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Go-karts are sick, bro.
But we're not talking go-karts. We're talking nice, big plastic big wheels. You know, with a little pull handle on the.
Yeah, those would be great to ride on the street.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, listen, we would have adjusted because it was acceptable. It's not like we're running over kids on those shits, right?
I mean, there was one kid in the neighborhood who used to scare the other kids with this big wheel for sure, dude.
I'm just saying, man.
You don't think there'd be some bully?
Why do you have to outgrow certain things?
You never did.
You know, like ladies. Why did you have to outgrow jumping rope? Why would it be weird if you were walking home and you saw two full-grown 35, 40s, you know, just jumping rope? You know, 3 ladies coming home from work, you know what I'm saying? With their like holding on to their skirts so that it doesn't mess up their legs and just jumping rope and shit, you know? Because like not for nothing now, you know, like it's like when you're young, you know, who cares? When you're older, you know, dudes will be standing around because, you know, you got your titties bouncing and shit. It would be much more appealing, I think. Now,
I agree.
For some reason, you know, you outgrow jumping rope. Why? Because you know they can still do it. Because every now and then you see those videos where the chicks walking home from work, or it's like a cop lady, and they're on the corner doing double dutch, and she'll be like, "Oh shit, hold my gun," and then she jumps in.
She gives it to one of the 12-year-olds.
You know, yeah, you know. That's what I'm saying. King Handle says, Brian, ask the illegals where they get their scooters from. And Michelle Balducci says, I had that exact bike. So somebody stole it.
It's broken, Michelle. I'm sorry. Dude,
those 4 people who need to get their mail, but with the bike there, they said no.
You don't want any of that mail. There's just junk. It's just junk. So, dude, so I'm riding this thing, right? I'm doing like 15, 18, maybe 20, you know? And I was behind this Mazda on 92nd Street, right? And then I stop behind him, and then he goes and waves me in front of him. And I'm like, dude, no, you go. You're a fucking car. And then I went in front of him, and then he just proceeded to follow me, right? So I'm pedaling to go up this hill. The pedal snaps, and then I go flying off. I went flying off, dude. The guy in the car just rolls the windows down. He's like, yo, you good? I'm like, yo, fuck fuck this piece of shit, dude. I'm fucking fine. I'm like, what the fuck? I waved you on, dude. What the fuck? So I'm yelling.
Oh, wait, so you're blaming him that your big ass feet broke the pedals?
Yeah, so I'm yelling at him, and then this dude who's like delivering milk or something, he's got these crates. He's go, yo, cuz, you good? And I was like, yeah, fuck this piece of shit. And I chucked it into the sidewalk. And I was like, it hurts so bad, G. It burns.
Oh, yo. So that's where you got that.
Look at it.
Oh, man, that looks pretty deep, son. They might have to take some skin from your ass and put it back there, yo, to make it smooth again, man. That's a lot of skin to grow back, dog.
Oh, it'll grow, dude. It'll grow.
That's fucking gross, grow. Man. What's fucking great is that you like busted your ass and you know people saw it. Because you know, like sometimes you bust your ass and you get up real quick and try to continue on and be like, I wonder if anybody saw it.
Then I started yelling at the fucking one guy.
You're blaming the guy because your big ass feet broke the fucking.
I'm blaming him for not going in front of me, and then I would have had a pedal fast because his ass wouldn't have been fucking behind me.
So you think it was the speed?
Why would you want to be behind the bike? Be in front of the bike. You fucking idiot.
No, you're the idiot that went in front. For all you know, you were where he wanted you. He wanted you to fall so he could run you over.
You know what? You know what he said? He drove by, and I thought I heard him say, "You get what you deserve, you little guinea bastard." I heard him say it, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I heard him say it. And
I heard Jesse.
And do you know what the worst part of it all?
Smoothier was the fucking driver.
Do you know who no, but it did have a rainbow on the back.
Yo, man. You know, you got to be careful, dude. You'd be surprised how many people watch this fucking podcast and just don't admit it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, dude, just as I was saying the other day, I'm very happy with our crew. Like, you guys make it worth it to come in. Just seeing you, Brian, and talking shit makes it worth it. I don't know if I want 2.5 million views an episode. I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I want 2 million people hearing the bullshit that spews out of my mouth.
Correct. Maybe like 10,000.
All right. Because I'm going to tell 10, you something.
10,000 or no?
All I'm saying is it was weird on the boardwalk the other day. And it made me say, yeah, I'm very happy with this. I love you guys, man. You know, you show up to the show, you tell me who you are, I know who you are. It gets weird. All right. The other day, right, I was out there, maybe or maybe not, selling tickets on the boardwalk. Because now those dudes is back. The dudes who are, you know, checking to see if you're supposed to be there selling tickets on the boardwalk. You know what I'm saying? What do they call them people? Well, either way,
is it like a cop or like
it's like an Atlantic City, you know,
public safety something bullshit officer,
writing fine,
like a
fine
dumb cop.
shit.
Dumb cop.
You know, I'm not gonna lie though, it's made it fun again. Because now it's like,
we got a ton of comments. Holy shit!
Because now it's like, yo, got those laughs, yo, got that ha. I got that ha. Forget that lie. I got the ha. You know, it's like we're hustling drugs now because now I got to keep an eye out for one time.
You guys should put them in nickel bags. You should put, you should put like an AC joke sticker in a nickel bag.
Put them in little 8 bags, right? Yeah, son. You know, what's fucked up is I could sit there smoking a blunt, but if I'm giving a flyer out, then there's a problem. All the kids out here in SoCal got those e-bikes. Worth more than my truck. Yeah, but fuck those e-bikes. King Handle says, Gary, adult big wheels are trikes. Nah, dude, because they gotta be fucking plastic.
Plastic. Yeah, pedals
like a big size, big wheel, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else will do it. Anything different is different. The cut of the jib says, touche, ex-king, touche. Michelle Balducci says, I outgrew jump rope because I didn't want 2 black eyes, boobs too big. See, that's just thinking about yourself, Michelle. You're not looking at all the beautiful men in this world and women that you could have made their day just by jumping a rope. Jasmine says, oh my God, remember when I fell off my scooter? That was awful. I don't think I used it ever again after. And yes, Jasmine, I do remember. And that was the day that started my hate for scooters. Okay, fuck scooters. They're stupid.
What was it, like the Razor scooter? Was it one of those, or was it one of the old school ones with the big tires?
No, the Razor ones, the original ones. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She was on that shit, hit like a high curb or a rock or some shit and fell face first. It was horrible, man. You know, so ever since then, that started my hate. Ark Lee says blood sacrifice. Ark Lee, I might be wrong, but is that a first time commenter right there?
I think so.
Baby. Well, welcome to the show, baby. We're all about blood sacrifice up here, son. The cut of the jib says, I didn't scream that when I drove by Brian. Oh, that wasn't me. There's no way in hell there's a rainbow on my cat. On my car. There's one on your cat, however, I'm guessing. King Handler says, one of Biden's supporters tried to run Brian off the road. Maybe, dude. You never know who knows you, man. Or Brian. Could Brian actually be Biden?
He fell off his bike. You remember that? Yeah.
Look at that, man. That's a deep callback right there. You know, deep callback. Yeah, I just want to know, what's the symbolism you're trying to send out behind you with your shoes? I noticed that they're all going in the same direction, except for the second shelf where two gray and blue shoes are now facing in a different direction, one leaning on the other. What is the symbolism that you're trying to send out today, Brian? Did you join? Are you a Mason now? Are you like a beginning Mason? Is that what you're doing? Did you join something? Huh? I'm seeing all these little, what? You know, these little things. You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about, Gary?
Like, I noticed that the ET are the only letters showing on the bag behind your head, dude. Do you know some secrets that you're not telling us? The cut of the jib says, I'm like the Dennis Miller of Rumble. Dennis Miller. Oh, yo, you know that I tell you that we're going live thing? I sent it to you on Instagram. It's actually Bill O'Reilly.
Oh.
You never seen the video?
It's been no, actually, I don't think I have.
Check out the video.
All right.
We were talking about the Bill O'Reilly when he kind of lost it one time, and then he just started bugging out. But it's an old video, but that's where they got the beginning to the JoJo and Scotty show. You know, the cut of the jib says, I do a political show, so I do deep callbacks. It's kind of my thing. Ah, well, there you go, man. You know what? We need a callback dude in the roster, man. So you know what, man? You'll be batting fifth, and we're going to put you in center field. Themore says, the jib is here for Wag the Dog Theory. Oh, yeah, going back to that, man. See how easily we get distracted, yo? Do you see that?
There's so many comments right now.
Do you see how easily we get distracted, man?
Yeah.
Possibly Masonic ceremonial shoes. King handles. Maybe. Ark Lee says Brian is becoming esoteric. And here it was. I thought he was just turning gay.
That's the first step. Well, second, actually. The first step is gay. The first step is admitting you're gay.
Well, I think that's what we call turn.
What the admission? That's the turn?
Admission. That's when you turn.
So is that what the fourth turning is?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
She running through like she's in the woods and shit. A figment like Bigfoot. Just Themore said, "Gee, what you learn about Tupac?" Yo, all right. First of all, they hit a couple of things. You know. One is that Tupac was gay, right? I would probably agree with that, man.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't really change much for me. I mean, you know, I'm an artist, so I look at people as artists. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? It's not an admission. It's just understanding the situation you're in. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't really bother me because I always felt that way. Once he did the picture,
I feel like you're really opening up right here.
Yeah, well, feel what you want. Once you see the picture of him with all the jewelry, I was always like, And then there's also that lyric in How Do You Want It, where he says,
how do you want it? How do you
I'm trying to
need
remember
it?
the lyrics. I can't remember the lyrics, but there's a lyric there that's very questionable. You know what I'm saying? So it makes you go, And then the fact that he has no kids. You know what I'm saying? Like he has no kids. Yeah, that's believable.
How old was he when he
That's
died?
all believable. He had the movements. He had the, like, he was very flamboyant with the way he spoke or whatever. Very artsy. He was an actor, took ballet and shit like that. So who knows? I mean, that to me is whatever. But yeah, I think he took dance and ballet because he started as a dancer. So I always was like, there could always be some sugar in that tank, right? But then they go on to say that the whole thing, that Tupac, the whole thing is just all an act. The whole entire creation of him and the character that he played was all an act, and because he was an actor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My question is, like, they don't go into, did he write the songs? I mean, did he write the songs? That's my question. I mean, I don't know. They didn't really go into that. I didn't finish the third one.
He did it. I mean, I guess, right? I mean, he sang the songs.
If he wrote the songs, then I mean, that's what I like about him. You know what I'm saying?
What about the singing of the songs?
The music. I didn't really. I wasn't a big fan.
If he didn't write them, would that take it away?
If he didn't write them,
yeah, and just
that
performed them,
that would be a big thing to me. Yeah, that would be a big thing. I was never the best MC, but I wrote my own lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Themore says, so P. Diddy doing Tupac fresh, meaning. So P. Diddy doing Tupac fresh, meaning.
It gives P. Diddy doing Tupac a fresh meaning, I think is what. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, plus there was that video of Chuck Berry peeing on him. Or was that someone else? Out of the gym. Giving me a good laugh today. King Handel says he died at 25, pretty young to have kids for an entertainer. They're too busy screwing everything at that age. 25. I thought he was 26 or 27, maybe. I can't remember. Could have been 25. Well, I mean, listen, the whole thing is, I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised. That didn't really, like, 20, that whole 20, thing.
25.
That whole thing didn't really surprise me. And I mean, they have all kinds of, like, well, I guess what they would call evidence in the video, which I'm sure Brian will put the link up to the Tupac's hoax video, and you guys could check it out. I mean, listen, that wouldn't surprise me. The whole thing of him being, like, completely created, that was very interesting, and they go deep into that shit, like from his first video. From his first video to his last thing. And then they're saying how he was never shot the first time and he definitely wasn't killed. It was all staged. Themore, no one knows how old he is. We don't know his real name. He was in his 30s. Nah, he wasn't in his 30s. He was definitely like 20 something, 26, 27. I mean, I wouldn't remember because, I get high, man.
I know, but look at him. What do you think?
He was definitely in his 20s.
25?
Well, just bring up his name. What the hell? Just put in Tupac Shakur and his name.
Yeah, it said he was 25. That's what I'm saying.
25.
Yeah, it said he was 25. Yeah.
25. Okay. Yeah, I could believe he's 25.
Yeah.
I could believe he's 25.
Is this the picture you're talking about?
Well, no, that's one of them. But I mean, that he could just be, I'm not going to say that if you take he could just be being like, what do they call that? When you're like open, you just, maybe he could have been just sensitive too. But I mean, the dude goes on to tell a whole lot of things, show a whole lot of things of what he considers to be, gay. He goes into the earring. Back in those days, the earring was worn on the other ear. He goes on to, like, some of the vests he wore, the people he hung out with, shit like that. He talks to women who say that, they weren't with him and that he was just a friend. And it's all these chicks that were, giving it up to everybody else. So it was like, what was different about him that, listen, that wouldn't surprise me. And if that's the case, that's the case. I don't. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm against the whole parade because I don't give a fuck who you fuck. I don't feel that's something we need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you need to know who everybody you work with fucks over that's cutting grass or whether or not they got green cards? Listen, Some things is just supposed to be between you and whoever the fuck. The last 4 digits of Tupac's social security was 1996, the year of his death. Spooky. Nah, they got like a whole bunch of shit. They got like a whole...
No, he's making it up.
I know, listen, and I'm saying they got a whole bunch of shit. You know, like, all right, they got the last picture of him taken supposedly with Suge Knight in the car, right? And then they got the last picture of him taken in Vegas, leaving the fight. And between the 2 pictures, his mustache grew like an inch, you know, because in one picture it cuts off at his lips, and then the other one it curves around. In his last picture, it curves around his lips. There's no blood on the scene on the floor. There's no, you know, the only people who got like footage is this one channel that on it said channel 0. You know, that's a little odd. The last person who took the picture of him in the car works in Hollywood, and he specifically does shit with cars, like, you know, stunts and pictures and creating cars. So there's a lot of things that make you go, oh shit. It's very interesting. All I can say is I would not be surprised if the whole shit was just to get, you know, an uprising between the young black youth and Spanish youth, who, by the way, back then, people died behind that shit, behind that East and West shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people were taking that shit very literally. You know, Demore says it's really the idea of this ballerina being the one to promote thug life.
Well, we also know that, I mean,
well, listen, man, people change. I was a tap dancer. What you trying to say, son? I took tap. What you trying to say? A motherfucker can't tap? A motherfucker can't do ballet, son? You trying to say I can't pirouette? Somehow that makes me less of a man? If I could put my leg...
It does. It definitely does.
Dr. Dre, look, Dr. Dre was one of those 70s dudes who was in the tight suits with the glitter and shit before he was in NWA. So, I mean, you know, we all know that the music industry is kind of crazy like that, right?
And we all know that Gary got signed at 19.
I got signed at 22. And I didn't go any further than they dumped me before the contract was up.
He got dropped before he turned 23.
I got dropped at 24, but there was a lot of time between when we signed the contract and actually started working.
I'm sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of time between all that shit and doing the album and all that shit. You know, Kermit Frog, what's up, baby? Pew 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 pew. Kermit Frog says check pics of him when he was a dancer in Digital Underground. Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, I would not be surprised to find out if he was gay. Okay, you know, all right. You know what I'm saying? That's quite possible. But did he write the tracks? That's what I wanted to know. You know? Yeah, that's what happened. Listen, that's King Handle says Tupac was an artist and actor that forgot to stop acting. That's what happens to a lot of people in the hood. And in a way, that's what happened with me. I used to hang with the fucking nerds. Okay? I took tap dance. But then I realized that jazz hands don't go over pretty good in the hood. And I didn't want to be the dude who got picked on anymore. So I started hanging with them other dudes. And in the beginning, it was trying to pretend, I guess, to be something I wasn't, because I'd rather roll with the smart dudes because they're all doing great now. But I chose the other direction, started hustling. And then what happens is you become what it is you started pretending to be.
Fake it till you
know
make
what I'm saying? You know, what happens is you hit those points in life where, okay, you know, what's up? And if you continue to move forward, then eventually you become what it is you used to pretend to be, you know, and that can especially happen when you're young and you got a lot of money, because the dude definitely had money, you know, whether it was his or not, you know. I'm just saying, you know. But now the whole thing of him just being fake, I mean, these dudes go deep. They talk about how, like, he came out on, you know, they're carrying him out on, like, this thing like a king. And they're saying that his whole beginning and end was like the Black Messiah, and that it was set up to be that way in his career. You know, at the end of the day, it's about money.
So I mean, the theory is, like, basically they orchestrated, they got this dude, propped him up, and then killed him.
Well, no, they're saying they never killed him. They staged the whole death. The whole death thing was staged, even his first shooting, because they're saying the first shooting he got shot in the hand, but then they show the footage of him going into the EMS, getting put into the truck, and he's giving the finger, and he's got blood on his finger, but his hand isn't wrapped, and everything else on him is wrapped up, you know. And they're saying he got shot in his hand, and he's giving the finger with that hand, and it's not even wrapped. Then the next day he shows up to court, and the hand is wrapped. So there's stuff like I said, there's a lot of, you know, listen, you got to check it out to really, you know, you're getting it from me, and I'm just a dude who watched it like 3 times, but there's a lot of fucking information there, and it, you know, they talk about the color orange and what the color orange means in, you know, Mason and all those fucking things, and there's a lot of numerology in there, yo, like the dates. What do you think?
What do you think about that stuff? Numerology in particular.
I find it interesting. Like, you know, when they were saying that shit, I find it's nothing I would get into. I don't like math. And I feel like there's math involved.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, sometimes I see those numerology videos.
You can also do it to pretty much anything, right? I guess you could divide, you times it by 3 and then add 7. And then, you know, but then there's some things.
But then it's like Santa, Satan. Like when people do shit like that.
Yeah, no. That's correct. Satan Claus. Yes, that's correct.
Well, I actually agree with
there's some shit to that. That was a bad example. That's a bad example.
But you know what I'm talking about, right? When they like just make up some, you know, they have some word and they just like change it. I'm like, and I'm like, no, dude, that's like that's not even a stretch. Like you've been watching too many of these videos.
See, I guess the bigger question is, because it's on that Wag the Dog, and since I want to include you in this, was that whole, so basically I guess it comes down to, was the whole creation of Tupac a Wag the Dog?
Well,
what else? I would have to know, like, what else was going on. Don't get me wrong, I'm beginning to think that, yeah, Tupac was completely created. He was an actor, and but my question is, did he write the songs?
My question is, how do you feel about Trump? My question
because they also say, right, Michael Jackson didn't really have that voice. You know, that voice when he did interviews, that very meek and high-pitched voice. They're saying that was not his voice. That whole shit was the creation of Michael Jackson, the artist.
Yeah.
And that when people walked out the room, he talked more like, yo, fuck these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people do that.
A lot of people do that.
A lot of people do that. So now
I don't have the time.
My real question to you is,
this is real shit, son.
How do you feel?
This right here took years of Newports and fucking blunts to make happen, dog. How do I feel? With my hands, bitch.
No. How do you feel about Trump? No.
Well, how do I feel about him?
That's what I'm asking you. How do you feel? How do you, like, after watching the Wag the Dog stuff? Do you feel anything any way differently about the assassination attempt? Do you feel any differently about him?
Listen, man. I think they could have all been in cahoots. And when I mean all of them, I mean all of them could have been in cahoots. Sure. I mean, there's something up with his ear, right? Like, his ear doesn't look like it got shot.
No.
And when you look at it with the thought of, could this be staged? Am I really looking at something real? It tends to kind of look fake. If we're going to keep it real, let's keep it real. It kind of looks fake. The way the blood was, you know, it does, the whole picture. And it's, I don't know. All I can say is they're doing what they're supposed to do, which is create confusion. At the end of the day, what it comes down to is, do you think any of those people really have our best interest at heart? I never once grew up believing in the government, which is why I probably didn't fucking, you know, do well in school, because I refused to conform. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, does any of them really have, listen, like I said, do we want the truth? No, you want a liar you could believe in. So what do I feel about Trump? I feel like Trump is a liar I could believe in. In other words, if you're going to lie to me that you're going to do good things. Because at the end, they're going to do whatever they want to do anyway. But at least you could say, oh, well, he said he was going to do this. You know?
Fair enough.
You marry the man that says, I'm going to be with you for the rest of my life. You don't marry the man that says, I'm going to cheat on you every 5 years. If you're down with that, you know, then we're good. You want a liar you could believe in, man. The cut of the jib says, is it true that Tupac gave Magic Johnson the HIV? HIV is a hoax. Well, listen, I'm always very leery of drugs that target specific people. I mean, not drugs, excuse me, diseases that target, just so happen to target the people that we wouldn't mind, you know, not we, but they wouldn't mind went away. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember at one point they were trying to say that Covey was, they were trying to say my Covey was racist. Remember that, man? Oh, against blacks. They were saying Spanish, that it was really going hard on blacks in Spanish, yo. You know, they were trying to say my Covey was racist, man. She wasn't racist, man. She was misunderstood. You know, she was misunderstood.
Who?
Covey.
Oh, Covey.
Yeah, that's what I called her. You know, now that I realized that it was like a relationship, I didn't know how good it was till after it's gone. You know, but definitely a relationship, man. Don't talk smack about Tupac. Dear Mama gets him 100% street cred and respect. Yeah, well, that's all part of that was all part of the psyop. They talk about that song as well. You know, they talk about the fact that, you know, I mean, they go deep into it. You got to check it out. But they go deep into like even like the way his songs were laid out, the way the albums, the changes of the album. You know, they say he never raped the chick, you know, and part of the reason being is because they say he was gay, so he wouldn't rape a chick. That all that stuff was all part of, you know, all part of the image they wanted to put out there. You know, that's what they're saying on this thing. This is not what I'm saying. This is what they're saying. And my attitude is I just want to know, yeah, the 7-year rise and fall. It's all numerical. They have all these, like I said, it's all like, there's a lot of numerology in it. Did he write the songs? Because if he wrote the songs, then yeah, I still like Tupac because he wrote the songs. You know what I'm saying? As far as acting, he was a good actor. And if all this is true, he was a great actor. But at the same time, did he write the songs? If he wrote the songs, then I can still fuck with him. I don't think Magic ever had it. I think the intent was to change the face of AIDS. Magic's wife doesn't have it. Quite odd. Well, supposedly he doesn't have it anymore. Supposedly he's, you know, cured.
Cured?
Supposedly. I don't know YouTube. I don't know YouTube. This isn't factual. This is just me spitting shit with my friends, bitch. Stay the fuck out of our conversations. Fucking YouTube. You know, don't forget to check us out on Rumble, man. I'm just saying, yo. Sometimes it be like these motherfuckers ain't on, and we on. They just not putting us up on YouTube, you know, because YouTube be hating on a motherfucker for no reason either, man. Like, what did we ever do to you, dog? What did we ever do to you? Huh? I see shit on there that disturbs me for the rest of my life, YouTube. I've seen videos on your shit that I was like, why did I even see that? Do I complain? Do I leave comments? No, I don't say shit. Why are you fucking with me, YouTube? What was you saying? Themore says, what you think about all those fake court trials?
Which ones?
Which ones, man?
Yeah, which ones? Epstein, Ghislaine. Which ones?
It's all. Listen, it's all. We all know one thing. It's all bullshit, and confusion is part of it all.
Yeah,
you know. That's why for me, I don't get so caught up in any of that shit because I stay focused on Jesus, though.
Yeah, I look at this stuff as it's entertainment, man. It's just entertainment at this point.
The world is a stage and all of us but players. The cut of the jib says, I suck at math, but as a former rabbi, I had to teach gematria, which is where the numerology idea comes from. And some people don't realize it only works with original languages. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Did you realize that, Brian? I don't know. Like I said, that's something I would never get into. Numbers.
Well, I knew that. I knew about gematria. I knew that's where the numerology comes from, but I didn't know.
I thought that was a place next to Jamaica. No lie, yo. That's what I thought. Does that make me stupid? Maybe.
Oh yeah, here you go. Yeah, it's a Hebrew word. It's a practice of assigning a numerical value to a name, word, or phrase by reading it as a number, sometimes by using an alpha-numerical cipher.
Well, I know that, like I said, if you're going biblical, you're going to talk, the number 7 definitely has some sort of deep, you know what I'm saying? Deep thing. I'm not saying, I think, I don't know. I know that the people who do that shit are into that shit. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they use it in the Talmud.
Yeah, I mean, I would never get into it because it's just numbers, man. I'm just like, numbers.
Yeah, too much.
Do they have a calculator for this shit? If they have an app that explains it all, that I can just throw a letter and a name in there or something, and they'll break it all down for me, maybe I might get into that shit. But then once again, you got to believe what's going on over here, man. You're stroking the mic over there. You fucking, what are you doing?
Why are you so cranky today, dude? All the time.
I see you. I see
you're cranky.
Yo,
you're cranky, bro. You're cranky. Just calm down. Just keep talking. Jeez. Every turn.
You're over there like fucking LeBron James, sending out all these fucking signs, thinking I don't see you.
Every turn, dude. Every turn.
Thinking I don't see you. Every turn I see you throwing up some motherfucking Illuminati shit over there, dog.
Are you done?
Dude, are you done?
No, I'm waiting for you to stop babbling, bro.
You're what babbling
I do about nothing and then complain when I adjust the mic because I just have to. I'm just listening.
You're stroking. It sounds like we're all in your jeans right now, dog.
You're listening.
You don't realize it. And it's not because you're stupid. You're not. It
starts right here. The pain with you.
You're not.
And then it goes down and it cuts me right in the heart. Ah!
But listen, I said you're not stupid. All right.
And I said you are cranky.
I would disagree that I'm cranky, man.
Bitter.
Probably closer. Nah, I guess cranky. I guess I'm cranky. I'm a cranky man. So what? So what?
Chicken butt.
I don't force you to be my friend. All right. You want to look at my negative points? Go ahead, look at my negative points. I don't do that with you. I don't sit there and look at your negative points. I think about the good conversations we have.
You're stuck in the mic. You're stuck in the mic. What are you doing? You're stuck in the mic. Quit stuck in the mic. God, stuck on the mic. That's what you sounded like a couple minutes ago.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, what's wrong with young people today?
Yeah, definitely.
Why are you throwing up more signs, dog? All I'm asking is what's going on with you, man.
I want to know. I want to know what's going on. What's going on with you?
I'm just sensitive to these things, dog.
I think so. I think so.
Because the other day,
I think maybe you need to look within.
I think they're on to me. The other day,
I think they are too.
I've been trying to tell you this, man, how it bugged me out the other day. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the boardwalk, maybe or maybe not, with Ray, Bo, and Sean, right? And we're on the boardwalk, and then like out of nowhere, this dude pop up, all in black, right? And he's got like a clipboard, and he's got on one of those Atlantic City things, but he's got it turned around so we can't see it. But he's standing kind of in the cut, right? So I'm like, these are those dudes. So I sit there and I say to Bo, I say, yo, why you out here on the boardwalk, man? You can't sell tickets if you're on the boardwalk. Get over there behind, where we pay you to be, behind the podium. And he walks inside, right?
Nice.
And then we're sitting there talking, and then he comes up to me and he's like, Gary, right? And I'm like, and I'm looking at him, and he goes, yeah, I seen you a bunch of times over at Trop. And I go, oh, all right, yo, what's up? What's up? He goes, yeah, what's up, man? What's going on with the show? I said, well, we're not at Trop anymore. He's like, where you at now? I'm like, we're over here every night, but if you want to buy tickets, you got to go inside. We're not allowed to sell tickets on the boardwalk.
You think he was entrapping you?
I don't know. I know I didn't.
Is that what it felt like?
It was just weird, because then the DJ from Landshark gets off and he starts walking out, and then he's like, yo, G, what's up? Which that alone made me like, how does he know my fucking name? But then again, I think I might have seen him at a show, so I don't know. But he, him, I don't know, it was weird, because then he gives me a pound, and then that dude says, I want to talk to you for a second, because he also gives a pound to the DJ as well. And then they walk away together. And I'm like, something about that just felt weird, right? And then like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes later, sitting there, right, with Ray and Sean now, and then this fucking white dude, right, look like a D-Tech, yo. White t-shirt, blue jeans, white on white ponies, right? Buzz cut, stocky, taller than me, but stocky. And he comes walking around the corner looking at me. And I look at him, and I noticed that Ray was already noticed this dude, right? Mm-hmm. And he goes, Gary, right? And I go, yeah. And he goes, yo, it's great to finally meet you, man. And he goes to give me a handshake. And I go to shake his hand. This motherfucker was trying to make my pinky and my pointer one. He was trying to make them one, right? But I mean, I'm giving it back. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, this dude is squeezing my hand kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm, shaking his hand hard too, giving firm handshakes right here. And then he kind of pulls me a little bit, right? And I go, do I got warrants or something? Mm-hmm. And he goes, what? And I'm like, yeah, like, did I do something? And he goes, oh, I'm not a cop. And I said, are you sure? Right? And he goes, nah, I listened to you on WZXL, the Giorgio and Scotty show. Mm-hmm. Now I got to remember, a lot of their fans probably look like this dude right here.
That's true.
He says, I'm a huge fan. True. And then he's like, can I take a picture with you? And I'm like, of course. He's like, oh, great. He pulls out his camera, takes 2 pictures with me. But then, of course, afterwards, I'm like, did he just take pictures with me to put me in a file or some shit? Now, I don't know, man. Everything is starting to be like, but maybe I'm just thinking too big of myself, right? Like, I'm thinking too big of myself.
No, what do you think it's for? For the tickets? For the tickets? For selling the tickets?
But I don't sell tickets on the boardwalk anyway. I don't make sales.
Right. But I'm saying if people were selling tickets on the boardwalk, I
send them inside.
I know, but is that what you think these guys are after, or is it something else?
I have no idea.
It's bigger. You think it's bigger than that?
Well, at first I thought the first dude was the ticket dude, because supposedly the fine's like 10 G's.
Oh, word! Why don't you guys? If somebody,
no, listen.
No, hold on.
I'm not saying that we are doing this.
Correct. I was going to say, if somebody wanted to sell tickets on the boardwalk, how difficult is it to obtain a license?
But here's the thing: we don't sell tickets on the boardwalk anyway. We tell them go inside and get the tickets. We go inside, or we go inside with them. And once you're inside the casino, you sell the tickets. The casino lets us sell the tickets. They don't give shit. But they don't want money being, passed
transacted.
Back. Yeah, on the boardwalk anyway. Even those dudes who have the CDs and the dudes with the colognes and shit.
Right.
They don't want doing transactions. But apparently even giving out a flyer is, But for me, it's made it more exciting. I'm not gonna lie. Because now I'm like, got those laughs, yo. Got those laughs, yo. What's up? It's like I'm hustling again. It's kind of like brings out the old me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I get done. I'm hustling jokes on the reels, son. Brian Isley, what up, brother? Shout out to you, my brother. But yeah, man, I mean, it's made it more fun. But I'm just saying, it was a little weird, man, especially the way this dude reeked of like some sort of cop. Timo says G doesn't know he's a local legend. Nah, man, listen, I'm very happy with you guys, man. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because like that felt weird that day. I've already had experiences where I was flipping out, and then someone was like, "Oh shit," because they heard me yelling, and they're like, "Ain't you on the radio every Monday?" That's why I'm very open about my short temper.
Isn't your picture like all over? Well, in a bunch of places around Atlantic City.
I don't think so.
Atlantic's AC jokes. There aren't AC jokes flyers. There wasn't a billboard on the expressway with your face on it.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't think people might recognize you, dog?
No, I'm saying in Atlantic City, it doesn't really surprise me in Atlantic City. It's when it happens outside of Atlantic City that I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but all these people are in AC.
I know. But I'm just saying, I'm very happy with,
What did the white guy say?
Man. I don't want 3 million motherfuckers listening to the shit we kick, dog. I say a lot of dumb shit.
What did he say?
And then what happens is when you start getting that amount of people, then you get the people that just come on because they just want to be dicks, which I don't mind. But the problem is those are the ones then that get that shit pulled off of YouTube. Fuckers. The cut of the jib says, Ed up, that was talking about Yeshua, because those who looked upon the Nakash Moses held up in the wilderness were healed of their ailments, just like what Yeshua did. Rock and roll. Demore says, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Well, man, let me tell you something. I fucked up on that one. But look, I got the little, whatchamacallit, to remind me. See, I got the see no evil.
Oh, cool.
The hear no evil. And of course, Mr. Speak No Evil. What you know about that?
Looks like a Jasmine gift. Was it a Jasmine gift, or did you buy it?
Nah, my brother gave it to me.
Oh, okay.
I don't mind it. Yeah. King Handel says Brian and Gary's first last names both add to 10 and divided by 2 equals 5. The exact number of points on the pentagram. Can't trust these guys.
Giddy up.
Fuck, it's so easy to like fucking get exposed, dude. He just exposed us, yo. He just exposed us, man.
It's very indecent.
Crazy. Now I got to find a new way to start this cult. Eventually that's the thing too. Once you start getting that amount of listeners, now you're a plant. Now everything you say, because it doesn't agree with one person or another, you're a fucking plant. I'm just feeling like right now, man, I don't feel like either side is really telling us anything of the truth, man.
That's what I was trying to tell you that. I was trying to tell you that about Trump, and I still don't get your opinion of the lesser. You're just saying the lesser of two evils. I don't understand that.
No, what I'm saying is the better of two liars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, why would you
lie to me about? Listen, because at the end of the day, there's certain things they will do, which is if Trump becomes president,
war with Iran.
If Trump becomes president, that won't happen. And how do we know that,
dog?
How do we know that? We know that because I don't think he will. And I can say that only because
he killed the guy. It was one of the big reasons they want us to come after us.
Because Scripture talks about a time where there will be war all around us, and then at a certain point when everyone thinks it's at the brink of war, someone will come and put a stop to all of it.
And you think that's Trump?
Yeah, I think he might be ushering in the Antichrist. Yep. You ask me what I think. That's what I think.
Yeah,
I think he might YouTube. This is just my thought.
That's not gonna stop a war.
No, but he will. But Scripture says he will bring an end to the wars. Which, listen, if we're gonna go by his track record, we had no new wars when he was president. Look at the track record, and he's claiming if he gets in, I'm gonna stop the war. I'd rather go with a person who says if I get in, I'm gonna stop the war, and see if he actually does it. If that's one of the things that he keeps true. Because they always got to keep some of this stuff true. So maybe that'll be one of them. Maybe he'll stop the war. One thing I know is last time when he was in control. Listen, last time when he was in power, I had money in my pocket. I had money in my pocket. I had money in my drawers. I had money in my bank. You know what I'm saying? Now it's hand to mouth. So all I'm saying is I want to fuck with the motherfucker who lets me live a little bit. Because they're gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. I always felt that anyway. I ain't nobody big. I ain't gonna stop nothing that's going on. I could complain about it. I could talk about it, but that's about it. I just want the motherfucker that's gonna let me fill the tank in my gas, you know what I'm saying, the tank on my car, and let me buy food. And I'm going by that. I'm hoping that at least we can go back to 4 years ago. The prices of 4 years ago. If we can get back to the prices of 4 years ago.
Ain't happening, dude.
Then you got a happy camper in me.
We'll see. I don't think it's gonna happen with either one of them.
Themore says no wars since Vietnam, only operations. Yeah, no doubt, man. They found their way around declaring war. Found their way around that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. The thing, the checks really against Trump for me are the lockdown and the vaccine. You know.
Well, I mean,
that's really it, dude. I mean, he was in cahoots. Well, that and the and dude, the stimulus money. I mean, he signed off on the. He's the reason we have the inflation, partially, a big reason actually. I will say because he printed that cash, dog. He did.
Yeah. All right. Listen, man.
He did. Yeah. I mean, money was good with him until he printed all the cash. Like that's just the truth, you know.
Semantics.
It's how, bro. No, it's not. It's not. No, it's inflation. That's the semantic is
no
inflation.
Doubt. Listen. Things go up. That's always been the same, dude. I used to get a comic book for 25 cents. Now them shits are like fucking $7, $10. So things go up, no doubt.
Yeah, but they were five. They were five before that. Now it's and that's because he printed. They all did. Not even him. I won't even just say him, but with him.
Give me a break, man. And what did they do to fix that in the last 4 years? Print more money,
bro. Nothing.
Print more money.
Yeah, on, that's all they've been doing.
They take our money and they give it to the Ukraine and all these other fucking places. Fuck that. I said it. Fuck that. All right. Get that money to us so I can fucking live. And then let's talk about these motherfuckers, yo. Get me out of AC. Let me get to fucking Ventnor or something. And then we could talk about this shit. King Handel says, you guys need to start your own church. No taxes.
That would be I don't think that would be right, though.
Not
church. No. Can we?
We can do whatever we want to do, dog.
Well, dude, I guess we should just start a Christian church.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have to have someone preach falseness. The same way I surrounded myself in music with great players. I'll surround myself in this church with smart people who preach the true word.
Pastor
G? I wouldn't be a pastor, yo. I'll be a youth counselor.
Yeah.
I'll coach the teams and shit. I'm not taking them on no sleepaway camps and no shit like that.
Who's gonna be the
I'll coach the teams and shit.
You'll host the you just host a bunch of
spit it out there.
I can't think of the
word. Spit it out, mumbles.
Oh, the ministries.
Yeah, I can rock with those.
You can run the divorced wives ministry.
Bingo.
Bingo. The soup kitchen.
Yeah, man. Well, I think you should do the soup kitchen, dog, because like I feel like you would be more on their level. You might even meet some old friends.
Cooking quality. It's good, dude. Yeah, I'll bring you some soup.
Yeah. But going back to what we were talking about, I think this whole Trump thing with the shooting is just another wag the dog. You know, it's all just to create confusion, to make us care about shit that really don't matter.
One of the biggest,
because at the end of the day, if in fact he was really what he said he was, it was Tupac. He was just an artist. He didn't have no other agenda other than his own agenda in his brain that he promoted in his music, which we all do. He's dead now. Fucked up, but he's dead now. And if it was all just a dream, and he was, created and put out there to do 70 years because there's something to that number as well. Then who gives a fuck? If you're not thinking about it, then it has no weight, no value. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get caught up in that East and West shit. I didn't kill nobody over that, and nobody came at me over that. I didn't follow it. I didn't really get into it. I just knew there was a beef. King Handel says George Washington created Iran. The seeds were sown a long time ago. Demore says that helicopter money already delivered. Listen, like I said, it's all when everyone's involved in crime, then you don't really need everyone to be involved in the conspiracy. The conspiracy exists of crime. You understand what I'm saying? Like, in other words, you're going to do whatever's good for you to continue doing your crime, whatever it may be. And that in itself will help another person who's probably doing some other crime. But you know what I'm saying? Do you get where I'm coming from? Or you don't understand?
I understand completely.
I'm trying to figure out if I make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's all like they all conspire, and then sometimes they do get together and literally conspire. But I think that when you know, like if I'm cool with a dude who sells acid, I sell weed. There's another coke dealer up the block who he sells shit. Then the shit I'm always gonna do is so that money always flows into the block. I'm not going to do anything that stops money from, and we're not really selling the same shit, so there's no conflict of interest. We all share in the same interest of making sure this block is safe or whatever it may be in the way we conduct our business. So I feel like
someone gets shot,
and then someone gets shot, and then
all hell breaks loose. Yeah,
and then people got to come to the table.
It was him. No, it was him. No, I didn't do it. He wasn't there. It was for this. No, it was for that.
But you understand what I'm saying. You know, and sometimes I have to go to the dude who I know who hustles something completely different than I do and go to him and say, listen, I need to this is in both our best interest. You understand what I'm saying? And then conspiracies are formed within the umbrella of the fact that when you're into crime, you're going to do whatever helps to push along crime. So you're kind of helping each other out without even having to talk about it. You know, not ratting, all that shit, you know? So I feel like that's what it really all is anyway. You know, when you're dealing with government, and I'm not saying every single person that goes in. There's a lot of people who go in knowing what time it is and they want to be a part of that game. You know, and then there's some
all
people,
family and friends too, dude. They pass this shit down through generations. It's like, your dad was a member of the Supreme Court in a state, and then your mom was a writer, and then you go to work in DC. It's like all that shit.
Yeah, and then you get those people who somehow get in because they get into like their towns. They start very low in the towns, and they get enough people, and then they get the misconception that they have enough people to stay alive. That's the misconception, because they get enough people following them, and they feel like they can actually make a change, and they think they have enough people to stay alive, but they don't. Like it runs too deep. This is a sinful world. You know what I'm saying? And the people who run it are sinful. So at the end of the day, the conspiracy is crime in some way, whether it's child trafficking, whether it's, hardcore crime, murder, whatever. Right? It's all, I don't want to get, because I name a crime. Now all of a sudden my shit gets pulled on YouTube, which it probably just already did because I said CT. But you know what I'm saying? In other words, everyone's trying to just continue to do their crime. And you got people with a lot of money and power that love crime. So, what are you going to do? Sometimes you got to get your hand held to the fire in order to really pull away. So, I think that's where we're headed right now, is that a lot of people's hands are going to be held to the fire. There comes a point you can't sit on the fence and watch anymore because they're going to bring it to your front door. I prefer a life.
That's what I've been saying, dog.
I prefer a life of love, law, and understanding, but I do well in lawlessness.
I don't think any of us are going to do well in the next set of lawlessness.
Some are.
Yeah.
Some are.
Most won't.
I mean, listen, how we always say art imitates life? And every single thing that they show in all the movies that they do, whether it be Terminator or all these movies that have to do with evil trying to overthrow good. The one thing in common is good always wins. You know what I'm saying? Art imitates life, not the other way around. Just, there's a lot of people too dumb to see that they're being lied to, and they're too dumb to see they already lost. And that, my friend, is how I keep my peace.
Whoa. Did you hear that the CEO of YouTube passed away from cancer?
Did you hear about all those cancer doctors that died on that plane to freaking
I did Brazil, bro.
To Brazil?
Yes. Yeah, what's up with that, dude?
What's up with that? And did you hear they had to also, I got to get out of here soon, but did you hear that they also had to land from his plane because of malfunctions?
Where?
They had to do an emergency
in the US? In the US,
yes. Malfunction. He was on his way to another to do a whatchamacallit thing, a rally, and he had malfunctions on. They're gonna continue
it was
to try to kill this
plane,
man,
dude. It was Trump's. You didn't say that. You just said there was this plane that.
No, I said in that Trump's plane. Yeah. Well, no, the plane with all the cancer doctors. That's a different plane. And I said they also had to land Trump's plane in emergency landing because of a malfunction. Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, I hope he has people checking his food, man. I hope he got people checking his food.
Why isn't he more vocal about the Secret Service? That's the thing I want to know.
I don't know. He doesn't want just the people that's still there. Someone made a point that if you look at Biden's Secret Service, it's all dudes. And if you look at Trump's, it's all chicks, mostly chicks. And what about the fact that Biden is like a lot taller than he used to be? Have you seen those fucking pictures?
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, I never know. I'm not gonna lie. He looks really tall, and I don't remember him looking that tall. But then what do I know?
I think it's all Wag the Dog.
It's all Wag the Dog. Now you know, and now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Yeah, man. Listen, guys, I want to thank you for always showing up, man. I got to go and do this show tonight. Otherwise, I can go on. I hope you had fun because I did. It was great to hear from y'all again. It was great to see you again, dog. And we're going to do this again on Thursday. We're back. I'm feeling better, man. They can't keep a good man down. They try to kill me, son. They try to kill me. They try to infect my inner body, yo. Try to get me all sick with disease, yo. They try to kill me. But I'm still here, yo. Fighting the good fight. That didn't look right. Looked like I was taking two to the face. Gay. Listen, guys, thanks for
Where'd you go, G? You just froze.
Yeah.
How you gonna freeze on the close?
It froze just now. Can you see me now?
I can see you now. I can hear you.
Thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate y'all, man. They started shutting us down too soon, man, because we're done. So the joke's on them. Till next time. See you guys Thursday. Peace.
Peace.